How does struggle arise in life? A life full of sorrow is a struggle, and sorrow arises from a lack of knowledge. Because without knowledge, we can't act. Without action, we can't experience happiness. And by happiness, I mean happiness in every form. The second struggle arises when we acquire various forms of knowledge and use them to attain different kinds of happiness. Yet, sorrow persists. This struggle arises from obstacles in the supply and demand of our economics. We must then understand this. The foundation of our systems, the economic structure of our economics, is deeply flawed. Or you could say that when we were illiterate in a less intellectual era. This economic structure was like that of the uncivilized and ignorant, based on survival of the fittest, where might makes right in today's social systems. This economic structure is even bringing science to its knees. Therefore, struggle in life arises either from a lack of knowledge or from obstacles in the economic structure that hinder the supply and demand for everyone. If we say that nature is becoming imbalanced, meaning there is a shortage of natural resources for living beings, it's our foolish ignorance. Because nature, the universe, is moving towards automation, working towards speed. And this automation is not a human creation, it's nature's own inherent structure. And in this kind of automation, there is hardly any room for error. So nature is not at fault, meaning there's no flaw in the fundamental element. If there was a flaw in the fundamental element, then we wouldn't need to do anything. Even in man-made automation, there are no mistakes. However, if there's ignorance in automation, it will create obstacles in its functioning. When nature creates life in a conscious world, it instills two inherent instincts in that being: fear and hunger. Fear makes it cling to its mother, and hunger drives it to work. And ignorance in work creates causes. This is how nature creates the first cause. Nature itself is moving towards automation based on the system of cause and effect. In this way, humans are also progressing based on cause and effect. According to this very principle, we've researched various forms of knowledge and science. And through various forms of knowledge and science, through various actions, incorporating diversity, we've researched resources for various kinds of happiness. We've created a stockpile of resources for happiness in our systems. But in delivering those resources to everyone, there are disruptions in their supply and demand. And it depends on our economic structure, on what kind of economic structure we have. Our economic structure should be just, meaning driven by knowledge and science, natural, in harmony with coexistence, and based on nature's principle of mutual cooperation. We are currently ignorant in this aspect of our economic structure. So today, we are not struggling for basic necessities. It's our primitive and ignorant economic structure, based on survival of the fittest, where might makes right in today's social systems, that's creating obstacles in delivering all these resources for happiness to the entire world. This is causing struggle in life. Therefore, struggle arises either from ignorance, meaning a lack of knowledge, or from obstacles in the supply and demand. But whenever such a time of immense struggle has arisen, nature has always created social or global consciousness accordingly. And a new form of knowledge and science is discovered. Through this continuous evolution of consciousness, today we are moving from sorrow towards happiness, researching various forms of knowledge and science, engaging in various actions, incorporating diversity. We've amassed an abundance of resources for various kinds of happiness in systems across the globe. Today, a new economic structure has emerged in accordance with the demands of the time. This structure already existed in nature, it was just unknown to us. For instance, the economic structure of a small family is currency-free, meaning Everyone works together to complete all the household tasks. And the head of the household doesn't pay them a salary, but instead of a salary, provides each member with clothes, shoes, mobiles at an individual level. Provides all their children with large rooms at a family level. And all the other resources for happiness that are available or will become available, like the dining room, are shared collectively. On the other hand, as soon as we step outside our family and come into contact with other families, societies, communities, our individualistic economic structure comes into play, based on survival of the fittest, where might makes right. Now, the economic structure of a small family, if we expand this very structure, it forms the basis of our world. The world, meaning the global social system, the system of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family. Its foundation is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, may all beings be happy. This is the complete solution, the fundamental economic structure of a global social system, which is a blissful global economic structure. Meaning, this economic structure is just, driven by knowledge and science, natural, in harmony with coexistence, based on nature's principle of mutual cooperation. So just like we once left nature's system in ignorance and entered into small tribal human systems, today, with all our knowledge and science, we have created our own economic structure based on nature's interconnectedness. So, if we want to live a life free from struggle, stress and competition, leaving behind yesterday's worries, abandoning strenuous labor, if we want to engage in light work and ensure equal access to resources for everyone's happiness, eliminate all kinds of crime and pollution, stop spreading human-induced harm in nature, eliminate polluting factors, if we want to escape the threats of global warming, the greenhouse effect, the ozone layer depletion, if we want to protect half of humanity from the drinking water crisis in the next 10-15 years, and the upcoming pandemic of unemployment due to AI, a pandemic where we'll end up fighting amongst ourselves, if we want to utilize the robotic age to our advantage, to minimize our workload, and ensure equal distribution of all the resources for happiness we have, so that everyone has equal access and no struggle arises in our lives, then observe this new knowledge of the global social system. Observe the new economic structure and the new holistic life philosophy. Identify the flaws and eliminate confusion and delusion with knowledge and science. By implementing this system in our country, by becoming a pillar for the global social system, establish a system based on Sarva Bhavantu Sukhina, a system of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family. This will be your true eternal system.